The Tennessee Titans are first up on the clock in the 2025 NFL Draft, which is this week. So enjoy my mock draft 3.0, a perfect prediction of what will probably, maybe, hopefully happen for the Titans this year. Here we go. Round 1, pick 1, Cam Ward, quarterback, Miami. Surprise, the Titans are taking Cam Ward first overall. If you want to read a whole lot more about that process leading up to the decision, I've linked my story about it in the description below. Tennessee gets their new franchise quarterback. Round 2, pick 35, Landon Jackson, edge out of Arkansas. Much has been made about which direction the Titans will go with their second round pick. Recently, all the talk has been about receiver. Specifically, the notion that Ohio State wide receiver Emeka Egbuka or Missouri wide receiver Luther Burden could be available here. And while I too would love to entertain that notion, I simply don't find it all that likely. Burden is who I could see it happening with, mostly because of what he reportedly brings to the table off the field. But wide receiver is a position that sees runs and overdrafting nearly every year in the early rounds, and I don't see this group being all that different. I'll be thrilled to be proven wrong. So what is it going to be? A defensive lineman or a trade back? I do still believe trading down from 35 is high on the list of possibilities for the Titans, but in this mock, we're finding the best of both worlds by leveraging Will Levis to get a third-round pick without having to give up 35. More on that in just a moment. So the Titans stick and pick with Landon Jackson, a high-floor rusher who's going to immediately start for them at edge. He's an impressive athlete with very good bend for his size. His build is fantastic, 90th plus percentile across the board. He's built to play in the NFL, and the Titans' desperate need at that position just got a lot less desperate. If you're part of the Tennessee faithful, you know just how many years the Titans have shaved off your life with the emotional roller coaster of sports. Or maybe the roller coaster of life is messing with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals. The new year is a blank space for you to write a new story. BetterHelp makes it easier to get started. They are our incredible sponsor for this video. Regardless, if you have a clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a human going through a hard time, therapy can give you the tools you need to approach your life in a very different way. That's where our sponsor, BetterHelp, comes into play. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible. And this is an important mission because finding a therapist can be really hard, especially when you're limited to the options in your area. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost if it's not the right fit. BetterHelp's platform makes finding a therapist easier because it's online and remote. BetterHelp can match you to a professional therapist in as little as a few days. Plus, with our link, you get 10% off your first month. Start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/ATOZ sports and get 10% off your first month of therapy with BetterHelp. And here's a trade. Will Levis to the Buccaneers. The Titans should do what they can in order to pursue a trade of Will Levis before or during the 2025 NFL Draft. I've got a video coming tomorrow here on the A to Z Sports YouTube channel about who their trade partner may be and why it's likely to happen, in my opinion. But in this trade, they're going to swap one of their fifth-round picks, 141 overall, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a third-round pick, the 84th overall pick. This comes out to roughly a late fifth, early sixth-round pick valuation, depending on the trade value chart you use. Round 3, pick 84, Kyle Williams, wide receiver, Washington State. The cat is out of the bag on Kyle Williams, a player who was going on early day 3 in mock drafts in previous weeks. He's now on many people's big board, a top 50 pick, and is regarded as one of the gems of this wide receiver class. I pray Williams is somehow still on the board in the 80s at this point. In the Beast, for example, he's around that range. So maybe we've all gone a little bit overboard. And in this mock, the Titans get their guy. They sprint the card up to the podium in the third round. He brings so much to the table for a mid-round selection. His long speed, separation ability, and run after the catch are just a couple of the things that I love when I watch this guy on a film. He's a certified dog. And by the way, he played with Cam Ward at Washington State. Their highlight package is pretty nice. And he was coached by Nick Holtz at UNLV a couple of years ago. The front office reunites him with some old friends. Round 4, pick 103, Tory Horton, wide receiver, Colorado State. I think it's more likely than not that the Titans try to come out of this draft class with at least 2 pass catchers. And right here, we get back-to-back selections in the middle rounds. Tory Horton is liable to slip into day 3 because of some physical limitations and an injury in 2024 that limited his final season, but he could easily become a coach's favorite player type at the next level. He does all the little things well that translate to the pros. His route running, sure-handedness, and attention to the details of the game all show up on tape. He has NFL length and the savvy required to win consistently against defenders. The addition of Williams and Horton to the Titans wide receiver room is the massive shot in the arm that they've so badly needed. Round 4, pick 120, Quincy Riley, cornerback, Louisville. It's always a good idea to add another cornerback, and the Titans get their guy in Quincy Riley. 2024 Titans draft pick and now starter, Jarvis Brownlee Jr., played alongside Riley at Louisville in 2023, and the two are reunited in the Tennessee backfield. Riley is a former track star with impressive twitch and ball skills on tape. His frame and play strength are what will make him a day 3 pick, but his junkyard dog mentality that he shares in common with Brownlee will play well in Denard Wilson's defense. Round 5, pick 167, Cameron Jackson, defensive lineman, Florida. The Titans have been sniffing around adding a new defensive tackle in the pre-draft process, and they add one here in the 5th round in Cameron Jackson. At 6'6", 339 pounds, his NFL frame will be an immediate gap plugger in rotation. Tennessee has Jeffrey Simmons and Tavondre Sweat leading the way in the defensive tackle room, but a rotational player like Jackson with strong upside could take the group to a new level as the strength of the Titans defense. Round 6, pick 178, Jackson Haw, tight end, Georgia Tech. Folks, we're bringing back the lost art of the Y tight end. Now, does Jackson Haw offer much as a receiver? It doesn't appear so. But is he one of the best blockers in this draft class? Oh, yeah. And the Titans need somebody to fill their Y tight end role going forward. At 6'5", 260, with good burst and above average technical prowess, he'll be an immediate use to both Brian and Bill Callahan along the offensive front. He rounds out the room with Chigakonkwo and Josh Wiley very nicely. Round 6, pick 188, Taj Brooks, running back out of Texas Tech. To wrap up their draft, Tennessee grabs the running back they've been searching for all offseason. Brooks is a prime example of the type of runner who's liable to be available in the later rounds of this draft only because of the sheer talent at the position in this class. This year's crop of running backs is an embarrassment of riches, and useful players are going to be pushed down the board. Brooks is the type of change of pace back the Titans need. He's at his best between the tackles and is seriously productive for the Red Raiders in college. His lack of long speed and versatility as a receiver will be what leads to him being available on day 3, but he's a smart runner with good vision who can play on important dirty work downs. He's an ideal addition to Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears. For A to Z Sports Nashville, I'm Easton Freeze.